Hi, my name is Julian from Ocean Spring Watermakers, and in this video I want to introduce you to our modular Watermakers, show you what's part of the scope of delivery, what options you got, and how they distinguish from other offerings on the market. Let's start. First thing in line from the flow of the seawater coming is our core strainer and the feed pump. For the feed pump you need it to feed the seawater through the fine filters to the high pressure pump. And the feed pump in our case is a magnet-driven feed pump from one of the market leaders in their field. They are very high in their quality, robust and made for continuous operation. And that's also the advantage of this style of pumps versus like many self-priming pumps like membrane pumps or impeller pumps. They virtually don't need any maintenance and they just run forever if they don't run dry. So they need to be below the waterline, that's the only thing. Speaking of high quality pumps, the most expensive item in any water maker, in any conventional water maker, is the high pressure pump. And this is something I advise you to pay a little bit attention to when you compare different offerings. In our case, we don't do any compromises here. We only buy pumps from the market leader Cat Pumps. They got the slogan, the pump with 9 lives, and that's how they develop their pumps. They want to make super reliable pumps. They are also known for that in the application of desalination, and that's why we choose them, because we want to make highly reliable water makers. So we got these pumps here that can directly be fitted to a motor, allowing for a rather compact unit. The pump body is made in 316 stainless steel with ceramic plungers, allowing for a very long service life. In this specific case, we got an AC motor, single phase, 230 volts, made in Italy from a very big industrial motor company, high quality. As an alternative, we can also deliver DC motors made in America in 12, 24 or 48 volt, depending on your liking. The basic system remains the same, just the motor looks a bit different. Next item in line of a water maker is then the membrane, where the actual desalination happens, and the membrane is housed in the membrane housing. Here we got our own membrane housings. As a standard, the long one, the 40-inch one, like here as a single membrane housing, or if you have more space restrictions, you can also have the short 21-inch membrane housing. Both are standard sizes, so you can fit any membrane later on if you need to change them in our water makers. And these membrane housings come as single, double or even triple membrane housings with the membranes already interconnected, allowing for a very compact and easy installation. After the membrane, we have the pressure regulator, which in our case sits on a control panel. The control panel is a standard for our water makers. In this specific case, it's a 316 control panel as a standard. And if you like, you can also have a black panel, of course. On this panel, all steps of operation are performed. So you can switch on the pumps, you can adjust the pressure, you can see the pressure, you can see the feed pressure, so you know when it's time to change the pre-filters. You can see how much water you're producing, you can check the quality of the product water, and you can divert the product water from the waste or test outlet to the tank outlet. So that's allowing for a very compact installation. Once you're done with running the water maker and producing fresh water, you want to flush the water maker with fresh water to protect the membranes from biological growth and also all the stainless parts from corrosion. And for that, we got an active carbon filter to filter out any potential chlorine left in your fresh water from the tanks. And as a standard, you got here on this carbon filter a manual ball valve to open the fresh water flowing through the system. But as an option, we also have the auto flush. That contains the solenoid valve, the third button on the control panel, and also a timer in the junction box, allowing for an automated flushing. As soon as you activate the button on the control panel, the water maker will be flushed for the right time, and if left activated, it will be also flushed again after 7 days or any other time you adjust for. So for periods of absence, you can get away without pickling. You just need to activate the auto flush. And then the last component of our water maker is the junction box, to be seen here. It's coming with all the cables pre-wired, and all the cables are equipped with connectors. So all the installation is very easy, plug and play, nothing you can do wrong on this side. And other than that, we just got a complete scope of delivery, meaning we supply our Watermakers with all the hoses you need, with all the fittings you need, with screws, with hose clamps, with rubber mounts, even for the high pressure pump. Everything that you could think of you need for the installation is included. The only thing you need to take care of when planning for your installation is the through hulls and a way to connect the product water to your tanks. That's very specific from boat to boat and need to be added separately. So much on our Watermakers. I hope I could explain or answer many of the typical questions arising when informing about Watermakers. If there's any questions from your side left, please let us know in the comments or reach out to us using our contact form on our homepage. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time. Ciao.